Hey folks, so I wanted to make a quick video for all of my closest followers on YouTube and social media just to let you folks know what my plans are for the foreseeable future. Now, the last time I made a video like this, it was kind of announcing this indefinite break I thought I would be taking, and it really came off of the back of just having a rough end to 2015. Not to go into a super long story, but basically there was a bunch of these North American events going on at the end of last year, 2015, and at many of these events, I thought I would be there. I was in the running for them. I had heard a lot of positive things. In some cases, I even had some promises that I would be at these events. And it was looking like I was taking the next step in my career as a commentator and an analyst, that I was going to be, really get to go to some big events, and it might lead into a bright future for me. However, unfortunately, in some cases, promises were broken. In some cases, trivial things got in the way of me getting to attend, and I found out only like just last minute, just a few days before the event, that I wasn't going. And in some cases, I just didn't go because there was just better people in front of me in the line, so to speak. There's a lot of talented people in this community, and so because of that, there's better men for the job, and so I get left out in some cases for that as well. But regardless, when all of that happened in November, when I had all these events I thought I might be attending and none of them panned out, I felt just defeated. I felt like I had taken a huge step back despite all the hard work I had been putting in into trying to, grow myself. Um, and I mean, I know you guys can't know this because I can't prove it or anything because I haven't been to any events, but I spend a lot of time studying this game. I watch countless demos and VODs and live matches. I study all the stats and results. I consume all the content out there, whether it be articles or interviews or, um, just talk shows, just different things that are out there. I just try to, consume all CS:GO related information and data and content on an almost daily basis. And I feel like I have a strong grasp of all these top North American teams, for sure. Obviously for some of them it's a little bit more difficult, because they're newer and they're newer lineups, such as teams like Energy and TSM and Complexity, and then even some of the bigger names like CLG, Liquid, Cloud9. They still have new lineups, or at least like one player that got swapped in and out on those squads. And so while there's limited data out there, I consume all of that, and then I have the background on all those guys from way back when to 2012. And then I study all the top European teams as well. I even wrote a pretty big article over on Splice on Fnatic, and I study your Envy and Astralis and Virtus Pro and um, you know Navi, and I studied the Brazilian teams with Nasi and Tempo Storm because they compete in the NA region now, and I've been studying them over the past year or so. And same with Renegades, who's in the NA region now. Study them very much, and Dignitas, they've been on the rise. They've been really interesting, so I've been focusing on them and watching their stuff. And so I feel like I have a good knowledge base. I just haven't got a chance to prove it yet. And it's not just me saying this. There's many other commentators and analysts behind the scenes who are highly respected and talented, who have my back and know that I have that knowledge, and who have even tried to vouch for me and recommend me for jobs to people, and tell people they should hire me. It just unfortunately hasn't panned out yet. So basically, in the midst of all of this, while I've just been putting in all this time, and I just felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. So yeah, I did announce I was taking this indefinite break, but then I kind of got roped back into casting, which I guess is fortunate for me. James from Face It gave me some work helping with some Star Series stuff towards the very end of last year. And then I, got asked to do some online stuff for the LCQ for NA and EU, for this Columbus major that's going on with MLG. That's going to be taking place at the end of March, I believe, in the beginning of April. And through all that, I wound up not really, actually leaving. I'd never intended that video I made long ago to just be some attention grabbing video. I really thought I was going to be done, but like I said, this one thing led to another, and I wound up, being asked to help out. And in some cases, they had no one else. Like with James at Face It, he really needed me one night to cast a game with him because there was no one else to cast with him. And he was asking me, hey, can you do it? And I was like, I kind of don't think I want to. I think I'm gonna kind of take a break from casting for a while. He's like, well, can you reach out to some other people? And I tried, couldn't find anyone. So I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll just do it. And then that was the first match I did casting after I decided I was going to take a break, and then it just kind of kick-started this chain reaction of events that led to doing the LCQs and things I just mentioned. And then throughout that, I also was doing content. I've been doing vlogs, analyzing certain topics in CSGO. I've written some articles over at Splice, which I'll be continuing to do, I think, as well as I'll be continuing to do content. So that's like my first announcement, is that I'll continue to do content and articles and vlogs and things of that nature for at least the next few months, to the summer, at least. And the other big thing is, which some of you may already have seen, is that I've been casting the Season 9 Pro League of the Cfinity CEVO partnership. And I will continue to do that, casting a regular season of that for EU and NA, though mostly NA. But I'll be doing that on an almost daily basis for the next couple of months, throughout the rest of February, March, and into April. And I'm hoping that will lead to me getting to go to the Gfinity Finals at the end of April. Of course, it's not guaranteed. No one's promised me anything on that end. I haven't even spoken to anyone about it. But I hope that I can kind of earn a spot there, kind of prove myself throughout the regular season, and hopefully get an opportunity to be on the analyst desk there, be a color commentator there, and kind of show you all this stuff that I've been working on behind the scenes as far as studying the game. And again, just try to prove myself, and hopefully that'll lead to some other events and some different gigs and things like that. That's kind of the thing that happens in this industry, is when you get that big event, when you get that first opportunity, when you get to go out there and prove yourself, it can kickstart a whole career for yourself. I mean, hopefully that Gfinity event or something else will come along soon that'll allow me to kind of prove myself and maybe kickstart something for me as well. So basically, for the next few months, I'll continue doing content, and I'll be casting the CEVO Gfinity Pro League online. And like I said, hopefully it'll lead to me getting to go to a LAN event here soon for that league. As like I said, hopefully as an analyst at the analyst desk, I'd really love my shot at that. I've only done it once at a smaller NA event with only NA teams, and I thought I did pretty good there. It seemed like the community liked it, but I haven't got a chance to do it at an actual international event with European teams and stuff involved. So I'd love to do that. And if not that, of course, I'd enjoy color casting as well. So again, that's kind of what I'm approaching now, or trying to get to right now in the immediate future. Other than that, I'll just kind of have to assess things the next few months and see where I'm at to determine whether or not I'll continue on with color casting and analyst work and things like that, or whether I need to just like move on because I'm just not making it and I'm running out of time. Eventually I will have, student loans and big boy responsibilities to take care of. So if I can't make it work out, then I do need to figure something else out. But for the time being, while the game's still growing, it's getting huge, and the big things are coming. I'm going to keep trying to chase after my dream a little bit longer, at least. Now, aside from being in front of the camera, I've also just been applying for more full-time like work, or more stable like work for behind-the-scenes stuff as well. And there is maybe some promising news that I might be able to do some work with one particular company, as possibly even an analyst on camera, but maybe some behind-the-scenes stuff as well. And while I've heard promising things on that end, I haven't got anything guaranteed yet, but I'm hoping that will pan out. And if it does, then that may kind of solve all my problems, and I'll be able to stick around for quite some time. But if that doesn't work out, then we'll just have to see what happens. And like I said, I'll continue to apply for different things behind the scenes that are somewhat esports or streaming related, to try to see if I can't find a career in this space and in this industry, because that's where I'd love to be. But yeah, I just don't know if that'll work out or not. So in conclusion, in this video, because I said I wanted to be quick, I will be casting the Gfinity CEVO Pro League here over the next couple of months. I'll be doing, the casting for that. I'll be doing some more content on YouTube and some more articles at Splice probably. So that's guaranteed for the next couple of months. And again, I'm exploring other opportunities for on-camera as well as behind-the-scenes stuff in this industry as well. And hopefully something will pan on that end. If none of that stuff pans out, then maybe I'll have to make another video, at the end of this year, or in the next few months, to kind of actually say that, yeah, I am really going to move on this time because I've run out of time. But hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully things will work out. But yeah, the reason why I made this was mostly because a lot of people were asking me, hey, are you back? Because they saw that I was doing some casting and stuff, and maybe they remembered how I was going to take a break a while back. But yeah, for now I am back. I'm going to be doing some casting on an almost a daily basis for the next couple of months, and just doing whatever I can to grow myself and set myself up for work in this industry. And it really just kind of boiled down to the fact that I wanted to give it my all. I didn't want to walk away from this and think to myself that, hey, maybe I could have done this and it would have worked. I really want to make sure I exhaust all my resources and just, you know, do everything that I possibly can to make this work. Um, yeah, I'm just going to do everything I can. I'm going to work really hard. I already have been working hard for the last, year and a half or so. I mean, when I was casting at some events in 2012 and 2013, I was still very new to working like at this as a full, as like a job, but over the course of the last 6 months or so, 2015 and throughout this year so far in 2016, I've really been focusing hard on studying the game and getting my knowledge where it needs to be. And so hopefully I'll get an opportunity to show you all that. So yeah, I'll go ahead and sign off on that. If you enjoy everything, just go ahead and follow, subscribe, and look out for more content. Thanks a lot.